I'm going to go over problems 1 through 8 and just kind of talk about what happens in each of these transformations. Here, the x values move to the right 3, and the y values move down 4. So we just kind of take the function right 3, down 4. Here, I could do this in a couple of different ways. I can factor out the -1, or I can leave it where it was. But in either case, the only thing that's happening is to x values. So the x values either get moved to the right 2 and then we flip them over the y-axis. So everything would get moved over here and then it's flipped. Or I can flip the original black one over the y-axis and then move them to the left 2. In either case, I end up with the same thing that I get here. Number 3, everything's happening to the y's. So I flip all the y's over the x-axis, and then I do a vertical shift up 5. So everything gets flipped down here, then I move it up 5. This one, I have x values that are horizontally stretched 1/2. So I multiply all the x values by 1/2. I know stretch is kind of a weird word with 1/2, but then the y's get moved up 3. Now, technically, I could do these in either order because this is happening to the x's and this is happening to the y's. So it doesn't really matter that much because those x's and y's, they're happening to different values there. So in 5 and 6, notice that with x, everything is getting multiplied by 3 or multiplied by the reciprocal of 1/3. And then y's are flipped over the x-axis, so you basically multiply them by -1. That's what this comes from. And then we add 2. The order does matter in this one. You have to flip first or flip the sign and then add 2. So that's what happens. Black point gets moved to black point, red point to red point, and so on. For number 6, x's go left 2, then flip the sign. So the order matters here. Now, if I factored out the negative, then I could say the x's, we flip the sign first on all the x values. Then we move right 2. So I could have done that also. Y's just go down 1. Then problems 7 and 8. X's, all the values get the sign flipped. Y's have their values multiplied by 1/2. X's in this problem, left 2, flip the sign. Once again, I could have factored out the -1. And so in that case, I would have flipped the sign first on all the x's, and then I would have moved it right 2. And then the y's, sorry about that, the y's go down 3. So I take all the y values and move them down 3 of whatever happens to this point. Okay, so whatever happened to, for example, this point at 5, 2. So the x's are left 2, and then we flip the sign. So this one's going to get transformed to x equals -3. And then the y's get moved down 1. So this point gets moved over to here.